Alright, so, Redane, you find Lambert in a little study nook in the library room here in Owen's magnificent mansion. As you look at them, from what you can see on the, what's the word? The spines of them, they are history books. Not in any particular... well, they are in a semi-particular subject matter. They're usually involved incidents of... or the topic of, rather, war, progress, that sort of thing. Moments of change in the provinces. And one of the books is from Garth-Mod lore, even. And he's just absorbed in reading it. Which, that's probably an expression you guys haven't really seen much of Lambert, because you never really have had an opportunity for Lambert to read a fucking book. Not in the field, at least. So, it's a different expression you see on him, as he's, like, reading so intensely.
Does he look like he's trying to find something?
Oof. Nah, no insight roll. With how fast he's, like, skimming through stuff, it's like you're on an open book test, but the test, there's a reason why the test is open book, because you'll be going through hell trying to find stuff, unless you already know where it is. It's like that. He's paging through it to find something, yes. There's no way he's properly absorbing the content, in terms of learning it, the speed and method by which he's going through it.
He's just gonna come over and grab another book on a similar topic. So you saw something too, the vision.
He stops, as if, like, having just noticed you, and looks over at you. I did, yes. So you did it well.
I think it might be a safe conclusion that most of us do.
Then if I might be so forward, can I ask what you saw?
A future that will never happen.
The thought gives him pause. He thinks on it. I see. What makes you so certain?
Because I would never let myself become the version of me that I saw.
You saw a version of yourself.
Yes. Weak, broken, and begging for acceptance.
Roll me an insight. Holy shit! 19 plus 12, baby! Holy shit! He looks at you intensely, because he knows the sort of man you are. And there is a part of him where it's like, yeah, I don't think that would really be you. But there is a part of him that he is contemplating, like a side small part of him, which wonders, at some point, can you also become broken? Will you also, in your broken state, look for that? It's not anywhere near a majority of his mind's thoughts, but it is a little thing there, nagging, as he looks intensely at you. You would know yourself better than I.
Do you think it's possible to know the future?
In general, well, us as mortals.
Us as mortals.
I think so. But I do not believe that ability would be easy to get, easy to carry.
I don't believe what I saw to ever be a reality, nor one that I would ever accept.
He nods.
But what about you? What did you see?
I saw a different place. A continent, not this one. A great battle. Giants and dragons. Heretics and gods. And the mortals caught in between. I saw a great cataclysm. The end of the world. An apocalypse. I saw a woman. With pale white hair. A faithful woman. Vying to stop it. She was... He stops. Frightening in how much she could do despite being immortal. A strength that rivaled giants. Or toppled them. She knew no fear. Even in face of annihilation. That is what I saw.
And is that where you funneled these powers you possess from?
Now, just gotta make a roll here. Hey, nice. As Lambert rolls insight on you, is there judgment? Where he finds power from? Is there concern?
Oh, how do you...
I know it's a tough question, but never said it'd be an easy answer to give.
You wouldn't necessarily judge a blade coming out of a forge, but you would appraise it.
He looks to you. Yes, these powers. And as he says that, as if to gauge you further, you see him conjure up that sort of shadowy... It's not a double of him. It doesn't look... If you were so reductive in the sense of, he's wearing heavy armor, looks exactly like him, then yeah, sure, I guess it looks like him. But the armor style is entirely different. The height, the build, the physique, the weaponry, entirely different. He summons that shadow, that shadowy armor-clad figure, and then looks intently at you to see what your reaction is, if any. I don't imagine it shifts too much. You guys, you all saw it, but you in particular, you know, you saw it before, so nothing new.
Well, yeah, and that emotion's not really something in Redain's repertoire.
It's true, very true, yeah. Do you look at it?
I do, yeah.
You look at it, and it doesn't speak, but you can hear murmurs bouncing out and away from it. Nothing comprehensible. It's very, very quiet, and if it weren't for the fact that this library is dead silent, then you probably wouldn't even catch it. I'm not looking for the source of where these powers are, where they come from. I know. I'm only trying to see. See where it all fits. Where we all fit.
That is the question, isn't it?
The shadow begins fading away, just...
Do you feel like you've lost your purpose, Lambert?
He thinks on it. When I first set out with all of you, when I went derelict from duty, I came out here to convince my countrymen to turn away from their path. But given what has just happened, I do not know if that will ever be possible. The other reason I came out here was to learn, to see, to come to my own conclusions on where we all fit in. Provincials and navals. Hilllanders and navals. The mortal and the divine. I must admit I've yet to properly set on an answer for that, even though I have found an answer for my countrymen.
The answer is that.
They cannot, they will not ever return from their goal now. They are guided by men such as myself, but better. They are advised by other forces. They cannot be talked out of their path. So, that leaves only one last solution. If they cannot be talked away, they must be broken away.
Yes, I suppose that is a possibility. But allow me to posit this unto you. What of Chaplain Dufair?
What of him?
Did he not come out here to confirm the very thing that you sought after, and do so?
No, you misunderstand. I do not mean the loyal sort that still man the walls in the Highlands. I mean this Black Force. Although I do fear for turncoats back south. For them, he stops. I do not know. I do not know. Perhaps fate will be kind and deliver an answer here in the north. But as I see it now, this Black Force in the north, they are the catalyst. The ones that had to be stopped.
He just sort of nods at that. You can't fight a war for the Black Force, or the chaplains, the turncoats, or the loyalists. The only war you can truly ever fight for is the next generation. We've all made our lot in life. We've chosen our path, even if we don't have the clearest direction. We've taken those steps. Sure, people can change, but do we deserve it? Hard to say.
And that is where the other question lingers with me. Of the next generation, deserve it or not, what should they be left with?
You just instinctively, without thinking about it, freedom.
He thinks on that.
That is the gift we can give them.
Roll me insight. Again. We said you got a 31 last time, I'll say with advantage. But this one is a different thing that crosses his mind. Oh my god! He got even better! He got even better! Jesus Christ! Where's the handout?
Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good to roll good.
It feels good to roll good for once on something you're really good at.
Yeah, not very good. Go fuck yourself.
He hears your words. He's not sure if he believes them. Himself, at least. He knows you believe in them. But he just wonders. He's not settled on an answer yet, but it is just another sub-question on that grand question he's wondering. Where this all fits. And now the question of whether some people should or shouldn't have freedoms. That also lingers on him now.
Do you believe the path, this new path that you've been presented with, is one worth following?
He looks you in the eyes. There's something with a nat 20 insight. There's something a bit off about it. A shakiness, perhaps. But nonetheless, he does look to you in the eyes and say, I think there is something worth pursuing on this. Yes.
Then I think you should pursue it.
The others in the group might disagree.
They're not you. They don't have to go to sleep at night with your conscience.
With a nat 20 insight, when you say go to sleep at night, his posture shifts slightly. No, I suppose not.
The only thing I would encourage you to do is make sure you know what you are following. You have to make your own path. You can't just follow some dream that was given to you.
That's the way of my own. That's... I'm Louis Orville. That is what I'm following.
He just like sets the book back down and closes it before replacing it. Do you believe you're important, Lambert?
If I'm being honest, no. No, I don't.
Sort of turns towards the door. And that is where you and I disagree.
There are many things we all currently and in the future disagree on with Dane. I will not lose sleep over it. But thank you, nonetheless.
You're important to me, Lambert. If to no one else.
He doesn't respond at that and just nods and turns back to his books.
We'll be having a meeting soon. Everyone's meeting in the bathhouse for lack of better location.
We have an entire mansion to ourselves for the time being, and the bathhouse is the place they settled on. Fair enough. Fair enough. When the time comes, simply call for me. I will show up.
Then good luck in your search. Please.
And you leave. Can you, as you're leaving, roll me a perception, but with your charisma in place of your wisdom? That's a fun thing to say.
Okay, so that is
I don't know if you
plus 2 to this. So 10.
10. Yeah. On you go! Continue with the quest. Meanwhile, allow me to change the music with our glorious return of Asonia. I'm still not gonna be nicer to Asonia. Asonia knows, where they're at.
Asonia knows the fucking place.
Yeah, it's Asonia's fault we're in that mess in the first place, so I'm not gonna be sorry about it.
She do what she do.
Let me see here. Yeah, this. Okay. So yeah, you guys are the rest of you. We have a bit of time discrepancy, obviously, from Redane to you guys. So you guys have a head start, or there's a difference. You guys are hanging out in the bathhouse in whatever assorted array of dress you're currently in. You don't have to be nude to be in a bathhouse. That means that you don't have to be dressed in skivvies to be in a bathhouse either. You guys determine wherever you are. You already have a rough idea of where Amber's comfort zone is on exposing herself, considering how she went literally swimming that time when you guys were outside the cultist lake, or cultist cave rather. So, what would you guys like to do as you guys are relaxing and lounging and vibing and hanging out, and I don't know, maybe one of you might be smoking nip, I don't know. Which I feel like wouldn't be it'd either be the best or worst thing to do in a humid environment like a hot spring. I don't know.
I feel like Silas really wouldn't like it just because of all the fur.
Fair enough.
Silas just shaves.
Yeah. I
No,
feel
God,
the
no.
moisture in the air enough would probably be enough just to make him go, ugh.
Yeah, they've got something to do that I'm gonna...
Got a diving suit. Just
They're
in
not
the water.
around super long.
The water has a constant stream of clean water coming into it, so you guys aren't like sitting in like a fallow pool of muck or anything like that. No, it's constantly clean. By magic, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Is there like a
Brendan
lot of
sits at-
steam?
Too many voices. Ninja, go.
I was going to say, Brendan sits at the end where the water is drained out as he is filthy.
Fair enough. So,
Always.
so like a little runoff
Yeah.
at the end of the pool. Gotcha. Or those.
At least until he's clean, and then he'll move, like, back towards people, but...
Yeah, it wouldn't take too long. Like, I don't know,
Yeah.
like 5-10 minutes hang on like a constant running stream of water.
He's a man that
Like,
likes
you
to sleep
just
on the
like-
dirt.
No.
Fred, what were you saying?
Is there a lot of steam?
On the segment of the hot spring side, yes. Either by magical implements or some unseen mechanisms of architectural design, it does get cut pretty sharply from poolside to hot spring side. I'm not saying perfectly, not 100% clean cut and dry, but it is a pretty sharp, non-natural change going from one side to the other.
Gotcha. Is it well lit as well?
Oh no, this entire place is resplendent. Incandescent, one might say.
Alright, so something I guess most people notice, especially in the steam, is that a larger portion of the jar's body than before is covered with these iridescent scales, and they just sort of almost seem to reflect the same incandescence as these. He is currently sitting in the pool, in the steamy hot spring area, full martial, and doesn't give a shit.
Full
martial, like,
actually
a thing, or do we just make that up?
We made that up. We made that up because people have been nude in pools and hot springs before martial militias came about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
So in world it's not a term. In player group, yeah, it's a term. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
If someone were to look
just-
closely on Sajor's face, they might also notice, if they're perceptive, that his teeth, he's gotten a bit longer canines than he had before.
got better bite now. Nice.
Yeah.
This is the lap of luxury. Amber's like
Yes.
full martial, kicked back, like arms behind her head, just super vibing.
Yeah, like, I imagine like Anushka's just sort of like looking around the pool at first, like the beginning, just kind of like seeing what's like, it's sort of going, yes, this is nice.
Don't worry,
Let's
we're
get
anime
yours.
right now, where there's like minerals in the water, so it's not perfectly translucent. There's a lot of steam that conveniently hides parts. I don't fucking know at this rate.
Yeah, yeah. Not full martial though.
Not full martial. Fair,
Not full martial.
understandable.
Maybe like a tank top as a pants on or something. I don't know.
Very
And then like
understandable.
once she's and then she's just gonna full on just jump in the pool.
The pool. Okay, so you go from hot spring to pool.
Oh no, sorry, no, in the hot spring,
Okay.
Piece of golf.
For a person of infernal blood such as yourself, it is still a hot spring, but it probably has a little bit less of an effect on you comparatively.
Yeah. Just right under.
So compared to the hot springs you've been to before, first off, this place smells nicer. That's the first one.
There's no mud. Why is there no mud?
And
This is
like
great.
the intake of water flow is considerably higher than the ones you've been to before, so cleans you up far better. But yeah, it is nice.
Yep. Just starfish floating.
A dead man's float.
Yes.
Just, oh no, she died. So you guys are vibing.
After they're all dried off, Silas is gonna go try to find Tolas, because you said the vagrants are here now, right?
Right.
Like they're in the mansion?
So yeah. So you went to the hot springs and were there for like 10 minutes and then just left.
Silas literally just bathed, and they were like, I can't stand this
Fair enough.
moisture.
Understandable.
Like, I just got here to get clean. Do you know how much dirt gets in this fur?
Every room does have their own bathroom. This is just the public bathhouse.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is...
Too late now. You've already consigned onto it. So, you go looking around for Tolas. Where do you think Tolas would be? If you don't have an idea, you can roll a D100 for luck, or you can roll history with your charisma instead of your intelligence.
Let's see. What do I want to do? I'd say they definitely check the library to see if Tolas is there.
It's in the fucking quarter.
But I would also like to roll my history with...
Okay. You check the library, and you only see Lambert. No, so, not there. Roll me your history with your charisma instead of your intelligence. So, just 1d20 plus. I don't know if you have proficiency in history or not. Nice! Very good.
Yes, I do. I do have proficiency.
Very well. Fantastic. 20. You think on it. It's like, where would Tolas be? Tolas is definitely an inquisitive mind, but not at the library, so that limits things rather quickly. Shrine room? Their own room? Helping someone else? One of those three. The shrine room is relatively close to the library, so you decide to check it out. And as you do so, you don't see Tolas. You just see someone else there. You've not seen this person ever before, though. Dressed in heavy armor. And as you enter into the room, they look at you.
So we go, hello?
He nods his head and speaks. Hello. Is there someone
Who
you're
are-
looking for?
Yes. Who are you?
That's not important. Who are you looking for?
Tolas.
Tolas of the Heartlands. Yes.
Yes.
You would try looking in the guest rooms. Room 17B. That would be on the right side.
Thank you. And then they go off to look in that room.
You go off and... What's your passive perception? I think it's high, right?
Yeah, it's 18.
Yeah. As you, like, are going towards the room, you could see signs of travel, so to speak. Like, the rug is slightly disheveled. There's light peeking out from... Well, don't worry, there's light fucking everywhere, but there's especially light coming out from underneath the door. And you just open it up. It's not even locked. They have locks. It's just not locked. You open it up and you see Tolas is in there. Yeah. They are in the midst of writing in their book and talking with their daemon.
This would like knock on the frame to get their attention.
Right, so that... Oh, hi.
Hi, can I bother you?
So Tolas gives you like this like cheeky smirk smile. No, you can't. But you definitely can talk with me. It wouldn't be a bother. How can I help?
Well, I've got two questions, and the first one might be a bit of a stretch, but I think if anyone knows, it'd be you. Does the name Ichabod mean anything to you?
Ooh. I guess this would be the person to ask on that. Let's find out.
Spell Ichabod again?
Hmm?
Nothing, don't worry about it.
Kirsty, help
No,
Garth spell Ichabod, because I'm sure you know how to spell it.
I just did.
Good.
Excuse me.
Plus a d6.
I was gonna say, can I give Bardic?
Normally I'd say no, but you're sick right now, so I'll say yes.
Yeah!
Also, I'm changing music, because as good as Orchestral Country Roads is,
It took me way too long to notice that's what it was, too.
I heard it the other day, and I was like, hey, this is pretty good.
Kirsty can attest to the exact moment I
chorus,
realized.
I was like, hey, wait a minute, I know this song.
It's a d8.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. So, guidance,
Slapping his knee.
guidance, anima, and Bardic Inspirations, just to really jack up the score there. That's a 5 that Tolus rolled. that be known.
Jesus.
So 13 plus 2 is 15, plus 7 is 22. From a 5 to a 22, ain't that some? This is the perils of homebrewing. Or the pleasures. Tolus thinks on it and even outright asks their daemon, do you know of an Ichabod? To which they actually nod. Really? They nod again, and then points at the ledger, the volume that Tolus has that is sort of their quasi-form of communication. And it begins not writing like someone in a diary entry, like a journal, like, oh, this is how I know Ichabod. No, it gives like an illuminated manuscript depiction, like a fairy tale book depiction of... Yeah, it's hard to describe because the figure illustrated has like multiple forms. Like, imagine like a person walking like a tarot card, but then there's 2 lines that run down the 3rd and 2/3 section, and then it's a different person depicted per third. But one thing that does remain across all segments of the person is just wide not toothless in the sense of like they have like just gums, but like in the sort of like minimalist depiction of like a running person, a smile. Let's see here. Ichabod is a known moniker for a spirit, Tolus squints their eyes, a lua, in the practices of voodoo, that pays homage and tribute to... Tolus gets like a smirk and raises their eyebrow and looks at you. Tricks and pranks.
Ah. Yeah, that explains it.
Such tricks and pranks are often played on the unsuspecting or upon those he is close with. The unsuspecting as form of introduction, upon those close as a form of endearment. But Tolus then, like, her gentle expression sort of furrows for a second, like, stops. Her brows furrow as she reads more, but she doesn't say this part a lot, she just reads it.
What? Says we'll kind of walk closer. Like, what's wrong?
Well, I suppose you just read it yourself. Tolus like turns the text over for you to read on the desk, and you go over and you begin reading it. There are a lot of tales for Ichabod, some of which are jovial and happy, others are condemning fools to their doom, others are outright rapturous, like evil. One thing that you do pay particular notes on is that Ichabod is not a person. They're a spirit. They were never mortal. They never walked the earth in mortal form. So as a result, they aren't... How to say? They don't think like a mortal does. despite there being many depictions of Ichabod looking mortal, talking as if they were mortal, appearing like they think like a mortal, the bottom line is they are not a normal thing. They're not human or any sort of mortal creature. They're alien.
Interesting.
How did you come to know about this name exactly?
Well, I may have met Ichabod.
You met Ichabod?
I assume I met them. I was sort of approached before that whole duel that happened.
Really?
Yeah.
Tullis looks at their daemon, who just looks at them but doesn't have a face really. It's like two cats looking at each other. And then Tullis looks back at you. What did he do?
Well, he played a trick on me, and then...
Well, that tracks.
Yeah. But then he, I was given I guess a phantasm of myself to use in the fight.
So I was wondering about that, because I saw that, I just thought that was something someone else was helping you with.
No, that's what I got from Ichabod.
Tullis just blinks at that. Huh. Just sort of stares off thinking about it. Well, that's just like a chipper smirk on their face. Well, that's pretty cool. I mean,
right?
As long as you don't go for the taps on the bottom half of the page. Worse stories, but, you know, the beginning stories are pretty fun. So, does like awkward 2 thumbs up. Yay?
Yay.
I only wish I could tell you more, but voodoo, the religion of voodoo is a rather, well, it's a rare one in the first place, and doesn't really have much, Tullis thinks on how to say it, favorable records. At least in provincial society. Honestly, if not me, then you could try asking maybe Kasai or some other northerner, because voodoo is just a different type of religion up here versus in the south where it's sort of heretical.
Yeah. I might, but I thought I'd start with you, and I'm glad I did.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Certainly, I know a lot more than I did before.
That particular phrase puts a bright smile on Tullis's features. Happy to be of service. Is there anything else you need?
Yes.
Oh?
It's no secret that I've got those soul gems. Salas takes one out of their backpack. I was wondering if there's a way we could, for lack of better phrasing, just figure out what soul is in it, what they're like, who they are, maybe if they're evil.
I don't know if I would say evil, but I don't think I got the capabilities of doing that. Soul gems are a really particular, they're less a form of spell casting and more of a form of artificery. And don't get me wrong, gestures at the daemon, there's some elements, the inverse of that, some element of artificery when it's predominantly spellcasting with my daemon, but it's just not the same.
I see.
If you find an avenue, I would be happy to help. But I don't think I would be a fair or safe bet for it. It's just not something I've learned about.
I appreciate it nonetheless.
Tullis begins thinking, like, who would be the, like, amidst your immediate company, StemCan or, you know, River Company and so on, like, who would be the best sort of person? And as Tullis keeps thinking on it, like, it just keeps pinging blanks. No, not really. You could try asking Mr. Owen. He's very well traveled. He might have heard something. He has to have.
That's not a terrible idea.
Because I don't think anyone in our present company would know that stuff.
I don't think so.
again, if you need any help or research, buddy, I'd be happy.
You'll be the first I come to.
It's a smile.
Thank you for your help. That's...
Well, actually, looks at the daemon. We're more or less wrapped up talking about some new stuff they were telling me. He can come with you.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think I want to take a walk around the place anyways. I just want to get some ideas hammered out with him before jumping into a new adventure. So, if you don't mind, sir, the daemon just nods. And then just sort of shifts. Because they don't have legs. They don't walk. They just sort of float. They just sort of pirouette away from Tolis, being behind Tolis' shoulders. They're taller than Tolis, ironically. And then just shifts to being behind yours.
Who do I refer to you as? Sass will look at him.
I mean, he doesn't really talk. You can just call him a daemon.
Okay. Daemon.
I heard that's a name in some parts of the world. Weirdly enough.
Really?
Mm-hmm. There's a Hillandic name. Damien is derived from it. An inspired one.
I guess that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. The more you know. So, shall I be off? You and yours and my way?
I think so.
Fantastic.
And Sass will head off, probably to go find Owen now.
Yeah. Well, let's switch gears. I will say, the daemon can basically constantly give you advantage. And
nice.
He has his own d6. In retrospect, I should have rolled with advantage for Tolis. Well,
Oh.
too late
Did someone
now.
have a
I'm
40?
moving on. I'm not going back. So, Hot Spring crew, anything you guys doing in the meantime other than getting clean?
Tries to avoid looking at people.
Okay, other than being awkward and getting clean. Anything else?
I did hear over here that maybe somebody had stolen somebody's mask, maybe, possibly.
Yeah, but Amber's like, Amber's like a display that while the target is right next door.
Fuck, that's true.
Yeah, come on, you gotta keep that suspicious. Or keep it suspicious, keep it not suspicious.
Nah,
keep it not suspicious.
No, that's good.
Keep it not suspicious. Keep it down low. There you go.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, but with the mystical smoke of the hot spring, we won't see anyway.
I mean, none of you guys rolled against her technically, so technically none of you know Amber did it. She just did a quick swipe when she was walking by.
I got a free shot, and I got like a 14 to a 25.
Hey,
yeah, baby.
that's what
Woo!
like.
So, Ariana.
About your spy shit.
Yeah.
Actually.
Now that you're vulnerable in a pool somewhere.
People are more talkative when they're vulnerable naked in a hot spring.
Mm-hmm. Shouldn't be about your spy shit.
There was so
Ariana,
much that
I
happened in
wanted to
0.2
ask
seconds. Yes.
With Lyle missing or dead, that must be quite a relief for you.
She doesn't respond because she feels any response is going to be leading a question into a direction that she does not like.
That's very nice.
I mean, no more conflict of interest, right?
She says if there was one.
Which there is.
It's back to Oriana bullying O'Clock, I see.
Why bully me?
You deserve it.
And yes, that too.
The cat's not here.
No, that was me not saying that.
Metagame.
It's not metagaming. They're just bantering and riffing on you. They're not acting with any information as Silas right now, so it's not metagaming.
It's mean.
Well, why can you not tell us any of this stuff?
Do you think I would be able to tell you why I would not be able to tell you?
Logically, yes.
Typically just danger.
Given what we just fought, Oriana, that's kind of funny.
I still stand by it.
Why are you also inquisitive about this sort of stuff? It's like you have a penchant for finding other people's secrets that they don't want to talk about.
I feel like
Yeah,
you-
no,
I
that's
feel
kind of
like
what's
you
going
are,
on.
I feel like you're good at getting people into what's. Percy can't actually speak, let alone this guy.
Talk, damn it, talk!
You're very good at sticking your nose into other people's problems, or business. But when it comes to you, no, it is too dangerous to know, or I legally can't tell you. I call
I mean,
shit.
Bullshit.
I'm with Anushka here. You know, I was thinking the other night that Scavola must be very happy with your information digging.
So like that the entire time Anushka was talking, Oriana's just slowly sinking lower and lower into the water, and then Scabola gets brought up and she is now under the water.
Oh no! You get back up here. You cannot drown yourself out of this.
How long can I hold my breath?
1 minute
high's your
plus
con?
amount of con modifier, minimum of 1. So even if you have a negative con modifier, you can at least hold it for 1 minute.
I got 3 minutes.
Make them count.
3 minutes of hiding under the water debating life.
I'll just sit around here, just wait for her to come up.
So while Oriana is
Drowning
steamed being
herself.
parboiled,
She's in the pool. She's not in the hot spot.
Yeah.
same difference.
Same difference, yeah.
So Anushka, I'm operating on the assumption that we all saw something before the
Oh right, yes, before
big
the
nasty.
yeah, the big nasty, yes.
I actually set a timer for 3 minutes.
Oh god, 2 minutes now.
Yeah.
I'm operating under that as well. I assume if you also saw something.
Yeah. What did you see, if you don't mind me asking, while Oriana's under the water?
God damn it!
You got 2 minutes, I suppose. That could work.
Alright,
2.5.
2.5.
I hate all of you because I want to talk to this.
My hands. Oh. I think I saw I'm not too sure, but I think I saw my old friend Misty. I think shooting. What was it? Night Sky? I think. Well, because I'm just gonna quickly look back.
You are also a bit far from the mic. If you move closer.
Oh, sorry.
All good. It wasn't terribly quiet. I just wanted to make a note of you.
Yeah, okay. Okay, now I've got too far forward.
Has to check
Oh,
notes
yeah,
for
right,
something
it's
that
on.
happened a month
Oh.
ago.
Write things obsessively.
Where?
What? This is the vision about like the.
I can't read your
Wait, no. It was Billy's vision, wasn't it?
I can't read your handwriting anyway, so.
Damn, that's fine.
It was. You know what? Fuck it. Memory shit. Let's go. It was. I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was Nesty. It looked like a very grizzled ranger, I think, and that kind of fits his description. If not, then I don't know. But it looked like he was with somebody that I don't recognize, and there was something about the sky, like the night sky. The stars everywhere, and just something about him I just did not recognize. I did not see from there. From the man that I knew. And then there was yes, like like the starry night, but
Oh yes, I'm very familiar. Sorry, go on.
No, I'm trying to remember the exact details to come to me. And then the person he was with, I think, left, and then, but they were still there in some other form, I think. I don't know, it was a lot to take in.
Same here. Did they look like themselves?
What, sorry?
Did they look like themselves?
I think so. But, I mean, I recognized him. I don't know the other person though, but I recognize I think I recognize him as Nesty.
Sajar nods and he says, I saw people I don't recognize at all. But in a way they were similar to myself. Very similar.
In what way?
He just sort of vaguely gestures at his scales. And then just sort of does like a gesture over his shoulders like wings. And then sort of...
Oh, okay. Like a big dragon, yes?
Well, yes, there was one as well. But,
Oh?
no one I know or recognize.
Yes, I wonder what you mean. We all got something out of it, yes?
I did. I'm trying to understand if it was meant as a message or a form of encouragement, perhaps.
Perhaps, yes. I wonder as well why we all got one at the same time. And we all got something out of it. I don't know, timing a bit odd. I'm suspicious of everything in fairness, so...
You guys aren't the only ones that saw stuff.
I just didn't want to mention it, but I saw something as well.
Oh, my suspicion rises. But what did you all see then? While Oriana is drowning?
No, she's back up.
She pops back up.
Ooh!
I just didn't want to interrupt the conversation.
What'd you see, Brendan?
I saw something similar to, well, me, I guess. Not in, like, didn't look like me, that's the other time, but, it was like a goblin in a wild forest, jungle type thing. Sneaky, stealing, making his way, trying to survive, and then he got picked up by some, points in Abba's direction. People like her.
She just quirks her eyebrow, like, but she doesn't say anything. She's like, okay.
And then I went from running with them to running from arrows to running through towns to running away from cops to prison to running with the better crew until he rounded up back in that jungle again, and I think he like smiled or something. I can't really remember, but he looked content and moved past his home with his group.
So it was like somebody else's life, I guess?
Hey, brief flashes of life from being alone in a forest that's deadly to, I guess, being with a group he considered better than the life he had before.
We have people that we know, people that we don't, but are similar. And then people that we don't know at all, but we know their lives of?
Hey, something like that.
What in the hell is happening?
No, what was yours?
My brain, Garth's brain instantly fried and did not know what the story was. Hold on.
Do what I did. Go back and watch the YouTube video.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm on vacation.
I did that literally right now as I was listening to.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna do that because this laptop will explode. Let's see.
Reading out a body experience.
If
Yeah,
it
I just
helps,
read the
I
transcript.
I can say the thing. I need like 2 seconds to breathe. So it was there was someone chained to a wall, I believe, that was being bruised and broken, tortured, and I believe dead. And there was someone that they'd found them in that way. It was someone important to him. I don't know directly, but if I had to take a shot, probably by blood. He was upset at it, and then things changed. It was something different. It was the person that had found the person chained up to the thing, to the wall, was younger. And the person chained up to the wall wasn't dead. They were training them. In some kind of chiding manner, it seemed. And I don't know if it was... I assume it was going back in time, like to when they were a child or something?
They were chiding them by chaining them to a wall and beating them up.
No. It was... There was one person on a wall that was basically dead. Another person found them heartbroken. And then the scene changes. The heartbroken person is now a child.
Okay.
And the person chained to the wall is now teaching.
You must have some seriously fucked up visions. That's usually how you domesticate wild animals.
I mean, yeah. So I got that, whatever that trauma is, to add on top of it. Did you know the people?
Never seen them in my life. They were elven, half elven, I believe, maybe. But that's the best I have. They seemed, I don't know, competent combatants. Wore nice clothes. It was moments. It was difficult to read everything.
It's a bit disconcerting, not going to lie.
I think we should find out who amongst us, like, or our groups, I should say, didn't see anything, because there's an odd pattern appearing.
Definitely, yeah. Amber, but did you see anything at the same time?
No.
She just looks at Anushka like, come on.
Yeah. Just a wee insight there, please, Buffalo.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
And can I?
Yeah.
I don't think I get a sister, but can I roll my own?
You can roll your own, yeah, sure. I mean, Anushka gets girlfriend advantage anyway, so.
Oh, yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I buy that.
That's not good, but I can throw a d6 on it.
Oh, yay. Oh my god.
So I got a 15 total, because I don't think I have guidance.
Not in range of anyone.
I mean,
that
I'm
would
pretty
be able to give it.
confident Jar got it.
You're not within 10 feet of all four of them. I'm 100% certain on that. You're at the end of the pool, as you said earlier.
Good damn.
You played yourself like a fiddle.
And Oria's literally in a different pool entirely, so yeah. Nice. Nice. So, still tricks Brendan, at the very least. To those of you that succeeded, she literally said like 5 minutes ago, yeah, I saw something too.
Yeah.
She literally said that. No, she literally said that 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. The problem is, in character, out of character, I knew that. In character, I don't think Brendan would remember.
That's up to you guys to determine. It's literally something in conversation 5 minutes ago.
They would remember.
Yeah.
I did not.
See, it's one of those moments where it's just like, wait, no, I'm not gonna roll an inside check. She fucking said it 5 minutes ago. So yeah, you all
like, yeah, so.
She's like sinking underneath the water, and she's like the water level's up to like just below her nose, above her mouth, and she sort of bubbles.
Trust me, it doesn't help.
She looks off and away awkwardly, which is probably the most awkward we've ever seen Amber, given her personality.
What did you see? I'm kind of curious now.
To Sajar, and only Sajar. Actually, no, I'll type it to you. I'll type it to you. Okay. We'll keep it secret. Secret!
Secrets is precious.
Secrets.
There it is.
Thank you.
That's probably not a good way to keep it well maintained.
Huh?
That's probably not a good way to keep it well maintained.
Dine or something? What was that?
There we go. Sent to... Okay, I sent that to the right person. That would be awkward if I sent to the wrong person. Anyways. She bubbles once more. Before she finally sits a bit more upright. I saw a temple, I think. On a really weird looking temple. There was water flooding the ground. There were some lifted stairways and pedestals which were out of the water. There's a group of people entering in, and she stops. A king? Sitting in his throne at the end. But one of the people that came in, a woman, began changing. From the lovely woman she looked like she was to... She stops. I don't know how to describe her. A wicked witch, I guess? Not a hag. She still looked pretty humanoid. But she did look evil. And then everything happened so quickly. One of them, which was like a goblin, began running at the witch. One of them, which was this draconic person, attacked the king. Some of them lit themselves on fire. She says that with like this sort of semi-frantic, a bit panicked expression to her eyes. The goblin made it to the witch and blew himself up. And there was only one left. A halfling that ran away. Down from the temple, down through a northern village, to some war camp. I couldn't hear what was being said, but I know it wasn't good. And then from the cold, he made it back to a city. He lived. He was the only one. That, well, I guess the dragon guy didn't die, but she gets like a dour look on her face. He sort of became evil. So I don't know if I count that as living when you sell your soul like that.
Whoever he was a fool.
She like sinks below the water. Or not below the water, but into the water. Not to the point where it's above her mouth this time. Just sort of relaxing. I don't know. I'll tell you this, I didn't like watching it.
No, it's not sounds nice to see.
Actually, she sits up again. Looks across the way towards you, Aurora. There is something I want to ask. Request.
She tilts her head with a raised eyebrow.
It's very weird seeing Amber in positions of
Vulnerability?
Vulnerability, yeah, that's the best way of putting it. But she does have that look across her face right now.
Yeah, the lack of pants probably doesn't help.
Yeah, lack of pants probably. Well, she was fine the last time, so maybe not.
Yeah, fair enough.
Can you teach me how to fight up close?
Imagine Oriana's, because she's like in a different pool. She's probably like laying on the side of the pool with her arms crossed, just kind of listening to most of this. Yeah, she's much more attent at this. It's like interested. I don't mean this with any rudeness, but I have to ask because our history, let's say.
No, yeah,
this isn't just a ploy to learn about me.
I mean, if you want to spill your beans and guts when we're training, I wouldn't be against it, but no, I want to learn how to fight up close. I've tried my hand at it myself a couple of times already, but they haven't been going, she rubs the back of her neck, as good as I wanted them to be.
What have you been? What have you been trying?
Stabbing when they're right next to me.
Oh well. Yeah, you're going to get very timely responses, not actually trained practice. I'm getting pedantic. You're willing to learn, but I'm somewhat obliged, I suppose, to teach. I'll save that for later.
Okay.
Not when you're both naked in a bath.
You guys begin hearing some steps from the quote-unquote hall. It's not like a direct shoot from the hallway to the bathhouse. That would be a bit weird for a privacy purposes' sake.
Yeah, there's like
so there's like an
gap
interim,
in the-
dressing room on the way. And you guys hear someone in the dressing room. Walking down, changing, coming in.
Also, I'm teaching you how to read and write.
I would be obliged as well, I guess.
Yeah, we're doing that later. After this.
Before this new arrival comes in, Sajar just sort of looks over towards Amber, try to catch her attention, and just say simply, "If you want help from any of us, I'm pretty sure we'd all happily oblige."
I'll take any insights. It's a bad thief that only has one type of skill.
And you should know, Amber. Visions or no visions, dreams or no dreams, you are one of us now. Hell or high water.
She gets like this smirk on her face at that. Not like a cunning or mischievous or deceptive one, but one nonetheless. That being said, why don't you roll me your perception, Sajar? You and only you. Oh!
Jesus. Okay.
Hey! Opa! You can't possibly get worse.
Get it again. Get it again.
If you get another one, I'm gonna laugh so hard.
Yeah, me too. I was
I'll laugh.
Yeah, me too. That's a man that's lived through pain. Oh! Oh! Let's go! Woo!
That's part of the cut out of mine.
Good. That's always the intention when I do that bit. Add that to your list of 20s. Hell yeah, buddy. Hell yeah. As you're talking about this with Amber and her talking about, a thief only has one skill, you see that as she's sitting up to be more verbose and enthusiastic about the conversation, there is a symbol on the wall where her back just was that is quickly fading. A particularly mineral infused portion of water runs by it, and as it passes by it, when it finishes going by it, it's gone. And you're like, what the
to what I've seen before?
In what regard?
The coin that she showed us early on, for example.
Not the coin, no.
Okay. I was thinking about that. The healing.
Not the healing. Not the healing coin necessarily. No.
Okay.
It's related though. But it's gone now. And then walking in is Redan.
Ah, Redan. Welcome back.
Good timing. We're just about to interrogate Oriana.
Yes, finally.
Yes, about her mentor and master, Scavola.
Slowly sinks back into the water.
Okay,
Yeah.
in fairness, in seriousness, we were talking about the stuff we saw it. Maybe you saw it too. Like a vision. Before fighting the Grandmaster. Well, the enlightened Grandmaster, as Axine put him.
Right.
Did you see anything? Because we saw...
I did.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Amber explains. There, save time that way. She even includes her own. Don't worry, because she knows she's not going to get away with it with 3 of you finding out.
I saw a person that spent their whole life doing something. And then they found themselves being a guardian in a way. in a way that maybe was a little unfamiliar to them. But no matter if they had the right skill set, no matter what the situation was, they did what they knew was right and what was best forever. Kind of reminded me of you in a way, Amber.
So... Huh. Well, it definitely tracks with the weird nature of all of our visions. I wonder what it means.
I don't know if this, speaking of things that I don't know what they mean, behind you, Amber, just a moment ago, before Rajane came in, there was this symbol.
A
right
symbol?
behind you.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, I didn't see it.
Briefly. It was behind you.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's...
On the wall.
Remember what it looked like? Something like this?
I try to describe what I saw.
You got a nat 20. You got a nat 20. It's the symbol of the 5.
Oh.
Some of the what?
The 5.
The 5.
The forgotten 5.
Yeah.
As, you know, you describe it, Anushka, your mind... Actually, no, let's see how capable it is. Roll how capable you are. Roll me your history.
What's your
I believe in you.
I don't.
Don't get a nat 1. See, there you go.
Hey, it's 16.
Yeah,
As Sajar begins describing it, you're just like, oh, only you have this. Oh yeah, that's like that. That's a symbol that Amber was like running her hands across on the table back when I was tinkering my gun up.
Yeah.
Yeah. This sort of pentagonal shape with not needles, because that makes it sound like, you know, they're actually needles, sewing needles or whatever. But lines with circles on the end, and there's symbols inside, and da-da-da-da. I'm sure one of you has a symbol drawn up on your notebook somewhere.
Somewhere,
Yeah.
Different book.
Yeah. And Amber she's like, wait, really? She like turns around to look at the spot on the wall. That's sort of really out of nowhere. That's, huh.
No, I'm sure that happened before. Remember when I was doing gun? Same thing happened on table and you rubbed it away and pretended that nothing was there.
Okay, so she is lying.
Oh yeah.
Okay, continue.
Okay, I've been lying that time, but I'm not lying this time. Oh, if you roll me insight.
Yeah.
Insight. Submit.
There it is.
Submit. I'll fucking take a 23. He needs to throw a fucking D6 on that.
You know, Fred, sometimes
Wait.
Hey, there it is again. That feature is like your fucking like,
It's so
like
good.
it's meant for you in specific. It's a sorcerer feature. It can take a 1 to something else. It really is a feature for you and only you.
What did Liar McLiar Pants roll?
Oh my god.
So anyways.
Oh my god, she's so good.
Fucking 19.
Nice, baby, nice. Anushka, you would have advantage because girlfriend privilege.
Oh.
So roll one more time. Don't roll one more time with advantage. Just roll one more time. We take the best of the two. Blah blah blah.
The thing running through my brain is where the fuck? Where is she hiding Oriana's mask? And is that now related to this? So anyways, about the 5 insight.
So yeah, you guys could do math. You know if you succeed against a 19 or not.
I totally succeeded, as usual.
Whatever lie you want to tell yourself. So
anyways, about that line.
I believe myself.
So she like puts on this pretty good play as if she had no idea what was behind her. How could she have known it was behind her? It was behind her, and she's never even been here. And as she like is doing this performance, she could feel the "you know you're lying" look from two of you, and then she just sort of fizzles out and stops. Okay, yeah, fine. Yeah, I know. She like crosses her arms and leans back against the wall. Well, in the pool wall. I've been seeing him show up lately, and I'm pretty freaking ecstatic about it.
Seeing the symbols show up, or sorry, I think I misheard you. What?
I've been seeing the symbols show up, which she has like a quaint smile on her face. It means I'm on the right track. It has to.
Oh, for finding. Yeah, okay.
Are you doing it intentionally, or are they just?
I'm not the one carving them. They just keep showing up.
Huh.
She sits a bit more upright. I'm not much of a religious person, even with the 5. But you know, when stuff like this happens on a semi-regular basis, girl can't help but wonder.
It wouldn't be the strangest thing that we've had recently.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, the visions. You guys think that's some sort of divine intervention or something?
That's not my field.
Honestly, with my luck with divine interventions, I hope to God it is not.
Like, which god?
What divine interventions have you had?
Not many.
Not things that you would consider divine, at least.
I mean, the gods I pay homage to aren't provincial gods, so. She shrugs.
Mine aren't strictly gods, I think.
They're fell gods. Same as mine. I mean, by all accounts, mine are just 5 people that are really good at stealing shit. Supposedly.
What do you all have like God you follow, or
no?
Sort of?
Well,
Regardless of what authority you believe it's derived from, something is watching.
On that, I can't help but agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel any adverse effects from Symbol? Does it come from like your skin or something?
What? No? What?
I don't know. It just appears. It was like on your hand before, and then it was on back.
It wasn't on my. No, it wasn't on my hand. It was on the table.
But whatever.
No, I don't feel any adverse effects. No, I just. She stops.
You just have symbols following you around.
She like stops for like a decent pause. I just hear someone telling me how to do stuff.
Oh, see what I mean?
Okay, I might be sketchy at times, but that's the most ominous thing we've heard today.
I don't know. Like she points at you, Anushka. When you're tinkering your gun up, I heard someone over my shoulder telling me the ideas I told you.
For the gun?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't know how to tinker stuff up normally, so.
You know,
I mean, I do now.
Think about it. That is a good point.
I know how to help you now.
Yes, and I appreciate that. Please do help me.
It's fine. It just means I'm on the right path.
You say that. You know what? I just worry for you. It is okay. I've already done search for silence.
And that's the reason why I love you so much. But trust me, I got this.
Sure. I'm just a paranoid mess anyway, naturally, so it.
I mean, it's been proving us well so far. She gestures at the magnificent mansion you guys are hanging out in right now. Well, not necessarily just her paranoia. A lot of things going into this. She looks at Redan, like that duel that got agreed to.
Was that something you planned ahead of time and were going to tell us? Or was that just, you just came up with it on your own at the top of a hat?
Your eyes and stars Redan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who is not available, it seems.
Oh, is busy finding the AC right now. It's a CR7
No, I'm
monster.
here.
Okay, just check.
Oh, am I muted?
No, you're not.
Yes.
Oh.
Don't fucking fuck with...
He would just look down. Can't exactly tell you what spurred it on. It just felt like the right thing to do.
Yes, but I would have appreciated a bit of, forewarning.
I don't want to hurt your feelings when I say this. But if it seemed like you gave any damn about what happened, you wouldn't have spent all your time joking around and running around and chasing guns.
No, well, I suppose, but I value my, how would I even say, agreement and such, if that makes sense. I like my freedom, and you sort of took that away for a little while there, and I do not like that.
And what if you disagreed?
To be honest, I did, but at that point, I mean, what could I do? They were all going to kill you if we did not do it. Or if we ran, well, we are going to die anyway. Not much of a choice, was it?
And if you all disagreed, we put more lives at stake. More mothers, sons, fathers, children, led right into the open jaws of oblivion. And if I'm being honest, I just wasn't comfortable letting anyone die for us if we could end it.
I guess, but that is... Like I said, I wasn't happy with the situation anyway. But apart from that, we won, somehow.
You talk about saving these people, but what if we failed and we died? You voluntarily let everyone die instead? And you didn't give us the option of, maybe talking that out?
What would your plan have been?
The plan that we had in the beginning. We
The
called all
plan
these
that would have
allies.
led us to fight him anyways.
Yes, but with the help of the people we asked to help.
They did help. They got us the fight in the first place.
And instead of, small victories leading to the big overall victory, you instead said all in, I think is the correct term. And you wanted us, to put it lightly, idiots to fight a fell god and expect us to win. Or was it poor odds to bet on?
But I did, and we won.
Aye, you did, but we're a company. At least that's what you all decided our name was.
Are we?
Not very company-like. Well, it depends. You're not acting very company-like. More of a dictatorship, really.
Our employer is dead. We don't have a mission anymore.
No, but we decided on our title after we found out he was dead. I'm pretty sure. New arrangement.
What I'm saying is we don't actually have a reason to stay together anymore.
Aye, we can choose to leave. Not when we're magically bound to a contract to save a town that we all willingly decided to do. But now, who knows?
The choice was the right choice. I don't disagree with you there, Verdane, not at all. But I do understand why the others, and to a small degree myself, feel the way they do.
I understand.
You remember the question you asked me about what it takes?
I do.
Loneliness is part of that answer. Are you ready for that?
I am.
If we're ever in the same situation again, know that I will back you no matter what you choose. That's what I signed on for. I gave you my trust, and when I do, I trust implicitly. For better and for worse.
So where do we go from here? We have no mission. We have no goal. Presumably, we've accomplished what we sought out to do.
I feel like that's
I
a
don't think that's
conversation everyone should be here for. Right?
Maybe we should gather everyone up.
She
In the middle of the
turns to
pool.
look at the
middle
servant.
of the
Can
pool.
you go find our friends?
Do we
Silas,
think that's-
Lambert, Kasai, Deet? The figure nods and just phases into the wall behind it. That's really fucking cool, I gotta say.
It is, but maybe we should get dressed first before we start having serious discussions. Some of us are actually naked.
Yeah,
right now.
okay, fair enough. She looks at a different servant who's like right next to that one. Can you go find that servant and let them know that we'll be meeting in one of the dining halls? They nod and phase into the wall. Alright, any other requests I can get them to do that cool move?
You could probably just ask them to go in and out of the wall a couple times.
Well, that's a waste.
What do we-
Ask them to bring you dinner.
In the pool.
Yeah,
Are
come
we going
on.
to stay in the pool or are we going to go somewhere else?
We're gonna
I feel
go to the
like we should
dining
just
room
not.
because I just told one of the servants that, alright? There.
Okay, there you go.
Alright, out of the pool,
What's the
everyone.
whole
We're getting
conversation
dry up
about
anyways. Silas, as you're listening in from the room next door, a ghostly, semi-corporeal servant appears out of the ground and speaks, and you all hear that servant speak. Your presence is requested in the bathhouse. And then another one appears out. It's actually requested in one of the dining halls. I can direct you there.
Please,
And then you guys all hear that. You guys all hear that.
Yeah, you guys hear Silas fucking scream.
Oh, I think they found Silas.
Ah, yeah, that's right.
Sneaky fucking cat. They were there the whole time.
Yes.
The whole time.
At this point, I just assumed.
I suppose on the way to dining hall we can interview our dear friend Ariana here about her teacher.
She's gonna go to get her towel and dry off.
Amber hops on up and goes telling you guys to go to the dressing room and you guys are good to go. Oriana, roll me an investigation.
Sure. She's just going to ignore every. Stop looking at my face!
Okay, I'll give you the choice, Garth. Either you roll with advantage, or rather, either Amber rolls with advantage or you roll at disadvantage. Which one do you think would be
Wait,
fair?
hold on. Say that again.
Either you roll at disadvantage or Amber rolls at advantage. They're both bad for you. Like there's not one that's good. It's just a matter of which. Pick your poison.
I'll take this. I'll take me at disadvantage.
Very well.
Because I can throw a die on top of that, as
Okay,
opposed
well-
to hers, which is like a plus 12. Okay, so I won't roll. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh my
You could roll
god.
2 nat 20s. And still don't beat it.
No, that's not how that works.
Well, it might work. Oh, very,
Amidst
very,
the,
very small chance. Yeah.
Amidst the interesting topics being discussed, planning going forward, as well as you trying to escape interrogation, you do not notice that your mask is missing. To be fair, you've had it for like less than like 12 hours, so
Okay, so she doesn't have it then.
you don't have it now.
Okay. Then how do I not notice I don't have it?
Doesn't cross your mind.
That's what I'm saying. You don't know you don't have it because it's not there. So by all accounts, everything's fine in your day right now.
You're just an autopilot.
Sure.
So, you guys are off to the dining hall then, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You guys get dressed. off to ye olde dining hall.
Scarola. Is it school?
Are you actually asking like that?
No. That's
I mean, yeah, you guys are free to. You guys are on the way to the dining hall. You guys aren't there yet. If you want to interrogate, go ahead.
Scarola.
I've already told you the situation for these conversations. I don't go first.
God damn it. My master is called Nesty.
Nesty?
Yeah.
You've said this already.
I'm putting it forward.
I just
hear you,
heard my
Garth-Mod,
voice. I heard
What?
my
Why?
voice bleeding in from your end.
Oh.
I wasn't even talking. What was that?
Oh.
You watching
What?
like a VOD right now?
No.
No.
Oh, because I won't
Okay,
be.
so, well, I know my likely culprits then, whatever.
Okay. I guess
We
Brennan
heard
was just watching.
you from them, from me.
I think my headset just unplugged for like a second or something.
It
I
doesn't.
did that earlier.
Wait, what was that thing?
You're getting interrogated.
Scarola.
No.
But,
And I'm typing something.
You start with your shit.
One
I've
thing, if you
told-
guys care
I
to
have
know,
told-
is
The
Silence
vision
has
thing doesn't count because all of us had the vision thing.
I have told you about my master before, and you know who they are. Now you have to say what yours is. I have said mine long ago. You are the one that is being. What is the term? What is the term? Stingy.
difficult.
I'm difficult.
Anybody else want to throw a word in there?
Please.
You already got one.
Difficult.
Okay, for that, I believe the term is that you you prevent yourselves. How'd you fucking hit me?
I got you on the hand. You had your hand out like a high five.
As you guys are walking towards the dining room, you see a figure that you guys none of you have ever seen before, Silas included. They just sort of walk by you, and as they walk by you, they just do a 2-finger flick salute. Like a sup. They are dressed in heavy armor, but they do have this sort of, not scarf, wrap around their head that goes around, their head, their helmet, and their faceplate, and so on. Again, you guys have never seen them before at all.
How many mysterious people are there in this place?
Too many.
They look like that. They do have 2-finger flick salute, and as they walk by you, they just simply say, it's a woman's voice. Good evening.
Good evening to you too.
No one has the actor feat here. No, of course, no one has the act. No one ever takes the actor feat.
Who the fuck takes the actor feat?
That's what I'm saying. To anyone interested, if you're content that I don't fucking know them, whatever, then fair enough.
No.
If not, if you are interested, then roll history with her charisma or with the actual intelligence stat, one or the other.
Well, both mine are the same, so.
What do I add for like proficiency or whatever?
Do you have proficiency with
History.
history? Yes, right.
Yeah.
Then, what's the difference between your intelligence modifier and your charisma modifier? I'm assuming like 3.
Yeah, because I've got a 0, so it's +3.
Yeah. Okay. Then just roll your history, and we can just add 3. Oh, that works too. Yeah,
Or I
perfect.
can-
Yeah, that works. Yeah. Okay, so to basically everyone but Oriana.
Oriana, who is just sweating fucking bullets because
Yeah, you're
Anushka made a good
distracted right
point.
now.
Yeah.
You're distracted. That voice that just spoke to you was the same accent and pitch and everything as Chaplain Dufale. The quote-unquote real voice of Chaplain Dufale. They're just walking by you. We're past you now at this point.
That's not ominous and terrifying at all.
You don't know
Also,
anything until someone shares this information.
Yeah. I guess Ishko just be like, wait, was that?
Did that sound like?
Oh, not Chaplain Dufale. I'm so sorry. I'm dumb. I'm dumb as shit. No, that would be Chaplain Bellamy. My bad. My apologies.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. I'm just.
Okay, so now it is.
I'm hopped up on your Starbucks energy drink. It's okay. Not good caffeine content. Yeah, Chaplain Bellamy, not Chaplain Dufell.
Yeah, so that's ominous. Yeah, turns around. Chaplain Bellamy?
The figure stops and turns and looks over their shoulder. Not fully, but just, sort of cocking their head at you. Maybe. Mr. Alwadane.
Did you lose anyone in the conflict?
No, of course not.
Glad to hear.
Our forces were not ever meant to engage, so... Obviously. Although it is a shame that the towncoat amidst the Stemken's number wasn't more effective. Although... They were still helpful in their own way.
You can't expect a lot of effective work out of someone who's volunteered to be a traitor.
But of course, that is very fair, very fair. Not that we would have kept them around for long anyways, and in all honesty, they were likely doomed from the very beginning. The old Red Oak would never have let them escape properly. They would have starved.
Right. Will you be here for the night?
I do not know. Only time will tell. But I will be seeing all of you. Soon enough. Properly.
Let's speak before you leave, then.
I think that would be agreeable. Have a good evening. And know that whatever plans you make going forward, they are one of yours. Be mindful of that. And I say yours, not you, but of all of you. Be mindful. Hearts seldom desire to go the same way. Trust me on that. Begin walking off.
She's walking back towards the dining room, I think.
Yeah, you guys are going to the dining room, but Amber's just like, how the fuck? How? We're in like another dimension room, like house right now. How?
I mean,
their whole shit is just being everywhere all at the same
time. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised at that, considering how they went into Lyco's domain. Okay.
They must have been invited.
I hope not.
I mean, if they weren't invited, they wouldn't be here.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, I'm losing my freaking mind right now.
We are. And more importantly...
2 seconds with you.
Okay, I'm willing to call for my potential mentor. Maybe. I saw Sajar as a lineup, just so you know. And Redane, too. Okay, and Lambert. I have a lot of potential options, is all I'm saying here, Oriana. But as a truce...
Everyone after me is out of desperation.
As a truce... Anushka, let up. We'll get to the bottom of it one way or another. And she gives you like a wink. So.
I'm glad Bellamy showed up because I was about to tell you. And then she goes up down the dining hall.
So. I added that nat 20, yeah. Look at you doing so well, Fred. For once. Yeah. For once.
Something must be terribly wrong somewhere.
That's gonna be Minamar or something. In fairness, you did get like 2 nat 1s.
Just wait till we go back to Foxtown.
Yeah, baby! So, you guys continue on into the dining hall, and Lambert is already here. Even though the servant wasn't told to get them, the vagrants are also here. Deed is here. Kasai is not. Not yet. Lambert is just sort of standing rather, in the corner, leaning against the wall, just sort of perched there. And Amber, like, it doesn't take an insight roll to detect it. Like, Amber, like, eyes him sort of dubiously, suspiciously, so on. He just nods at her. Which is enough for Amber from the looks of it, because she doesn't pursue further. In due time, as you guys sit down, order food and drinks or whatever have you, Kasai does show up. No perception roll necessary. As she enters through the large, solid oak double doors, she is accompanied by someone else, but they don't enter the room with her. She says goodbye to them, and then she closes the door behind her. Silas, the figure behind Kasai, is the one that you saw earlier. Dressed in heavy armor, a rather peculiarly designed set of armor. That helmet is very interesting looking. To those of you that are not need not, where I already sent over what they look like. Let me find. If I could fucking find where. There it is. There you go.
Huh? Oh, you Dark Souls looking son of a bitch.
Right? Very ominous.
I think it's the color pattern.
Yeah, it's 100% the color pattern. That, like, guns, that, like, dark gray with that blue is, like, totally Dark Souls 2 energy.
Yeah, big time.
As Kasai enters in, Amber just points at the door and puts past Kasai at the door. Who's that? Are they with Chaplain Bellamy? Kasai just gets a confused look. What? Are they?
Oh no! Don't tell me you didn't see Chaplain Bellamy.
No, I have not. Oh god, no. I don't know what's happening anymore.
I just pull out the alchemy shop. Wait, no, we have servants. I request wine.
There's already wine there, baby! Frostweed wine.
I'm gonna get some for Amber because it feels like we're both on the same train of what the fuck is happening.
Yeah.
Amber and you are like, we're simple folk. What the fuck? That was not anyone with the Black Force, no. Okay, we'll talk about it later. So, what are we doing after this? I don't mean after we get drunk and eat a bunch of stuff. I meant, like, once we're done here. Kasai just looks to Redain. I didn't know. And then she from Redain, she looks to the rest of you. I know where I am going. But where are all of you? Nexuri said already. Lyle is gone. Any path henceforth. It is yours to pick.
And we are now without state sponsor.
Yes.
At this point, we are officially on a roll.
Before you guys get too far into that, does anyone have religion trained?
Specifically
trained.
For whatever freaking reason.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, I do have it.
I don't think so, but let me check.
I'll give the bard who have Jack of all trades, which means you have technically half of it trained, disadvantage if you want to roll it. You don't have to.
Sure.
Roll religion.
Sure, why not?
Of course, Lambert. Of course, Lambert rolls that. Okay. Anushka, I will type you something. But in the meantime, the rest of you go on.
As it sits, we are without purpose. We are without any commonality, and we are little more than mercenary.
I've been worse.
Many of you do not believe I have your best interest in heart.
Oriana nods, like slowly to herself.
Hmm?
Oh shit.
I believe you have what you think is our best interest in mind.
Certainly questioning things, but haven't fully lost faith yet.
I don't know that we have a path forward together. There are certainly things we need to accomplish individually, but as it stands, we have no collective goal.
If our collective goal before wasn't exactly hard set in the first place.
Yeah.
I think what Radin is saying here is that our commitment to the goal previously was measurable in coin. We have nothing that binds us to that goal now, but the goal still remains.
Yes, but I'm sure we, at least some of us anyway, had some sort of outside desire, I guess one might say, through this. Something holds us together besides coin.
I thought so.
I mean, there is nothing stopping us from continuing on with the old mission, isn't there? Apart from, lack of funding and support from South.
I think that's what he's getting at, is that we could continue the same goal, we just are doing it of our own volition.
Basically.
If we want to continue that same goal, we'll go after something else.
Or basically becoming independent company, yes?
These Hollandic strike teams will still help us. I discussed that with Commander Clovis already when I went south.
Thank you, Lambert.
He nods.
So where do we go from here? We all have our own goals, our own ambitions, our own desires we want to seek after.
Then let's start there. Why are we going?
Jane just sort of like sits down from standing up. I don't know that I can accomplish what I want to on this path anymore.
What do you want to accomplish?
Change.
You don't think that's possible anymore?
Not as a mercenary, no.
And as what?
I don't think you'd believe me if I told you.
Well, you can try it anyway.
With all the shit we've been through in such a short amount of time, give it a try. You never know.
We literally faced impossibilities less than an hour ago. So
He gets the most overly serious look on his face. My goal is to ask the gods to change their divine decree on this world.
Lambert just turns to look at that, and Amber even like gets a bit grimace-faced at that.
Brother is just confused. Like, you gotta, more words, please.
yes, explain that.
I don't know, more words would explain it.
Oh, alright. Well then.
Did you know
I'm
the
gonna be
king
lost.
was ordained by the gods to rule?
No, I didn't know there was really a king. I mean, I assumed it being a kingdom, but
Presumably, House Severn will continue to rule over this country until the gods see fit otherwise. That means every child that's born here is born without the opportunity to accomplish any goal they want. And I cannot accept that reality.
Well, we'd need resources, political and physical, monetary. We'd need a place to operate from, so someplace we can defend. We need a starting point.
So just think we get a
And-
keep or something.
For example.
I mean, I don't think it's too out of reach. Well, I mean, keep out of reach. I don't know about gods, but you know, we could certainly make a difference. I guess.
I believe we could.
My
Even if
dream
And we
is
can get the ball rolling.
my dream is not your dream.
Oh no, of course not.
No, but even so, I feel like our quote-unquote dreams could sort of overlap, I guess, in a way. I mean, for instance, I guess my ultimate goal is, well, at the start anyway, was just to get experience and make allies and, you know, build connections and experience the world. So, in a way, I've done that. And in a way, it has
what-
changed.
To what end, if you don't mind me asking, Anushka?
You're on the spot.
It. You can sort of like kind of see like she's struggling to sort of put it into words in a way.
It's okay. Take your time. No rush.
There is something I want to do. Ultimately, it might not happen. It might. I don't know.
Do you think it's more insane than what Redain just said?
Honestly, not really.
Yeah,
then you
well,
probably
I want
share the
to.
class with us, right?
I want to get back to that later, but not right now.
That is a pin in it. We're coming back to that one.
Yeah,
That's
just like
a
you
lot.
and your
She says jerking.
spy stuff. But again, we'll get back to it later.
I mean, the spy stuff right now is just sort of like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, no, it's way low tier compared to this.
But the point is, it's on the same line, and right now I feel like it's my original goal anyway is still sort of the same, but it has also changed, I guess. Like make a difference for the better.
What's your
So-
guys'
so you want to
passive
use it-
perception? All of you.
Ha!
What
12.
was that?
What's your guys' passive perceptions? Type in roll 20 chat.
15.
It's in okay.
How pissed is Lambert?
142.
I misclicked the 4.
Hey.
I figured.
What'd you have?
Oh, heck, I forgot. What's mine? Sorry.
I think you have like observant or something, don't you?
Brendan has a wisdom of 238.
16.
Oh, she's also 16.
Okay. Roger. Continue on.
So, Anushka, am I understanding you if I say that you have a specific goal in mind that you need these connections and experience to achieve, but you're not comfortable telling us what that thing is?
You can see she's sort of like kind of going back and forth.
Ryan just slides over her drink.
I want to kill a fell god. There we go. That's it. And
All right,
possibly
all right.
somebody else.
We're really going
Low
up
and mundane.
high on the ladder this evening. Okay, She goes over and gets the bottle and takes a swig. All
Now
right.
I feel it's about my goal.
There we go.
What fell god?
You know what? No.
What?
No.
You'll say you'll kill a fell god, but you won't say which one.
And?
Please?
It's been done before.
If I ask nicely.
Yes.
Yes, we did it yesterday. So,
Earlier today.
hence why my goal is slightly changing. Anyway, it's a whole complicated mess I don't want to get into right now, and I don't even want to get in it. Say that much.
Is it like that Tuesday?
Oh,
Thank you,
really?
Anushka.
Is it It's fine. I tell you a single more thing. God's just sitting here furiously writing in his bloody notebook.
You still have any evidence?
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the reasons I wanted to work in us being back in the main campaign while you two are in Scotland together. Yeah, we gotta milk it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If you can't even say it aloud, how do you ever expect to do it?
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, come on. How do you expect the people that we have here to ever go against Grandfather Redwood if he ever acts out? Would they? Maybe it's somebody they grew up with their entire lives thinking it was good, and then suddenly, oh no, you know? Or...
So it was your Felga,
she just kind of like shrugs. Takes a big swig of whatever was being offered to her earlier. Just like this sort of hand gesture, just moving on.
Okay, that's enough for you. For now. Probably for the night.
But that is my baggage with this whole endeavor. I would very much like to continue, and I realize I got a bit annoyed earlier, Redain. It's not that I didn't agree with you, but I've spent a lot of time without having a lot of freedom, and I appreciate having that. Moving on.
I understand how you feel. In truth, there's a part of me that wants to feel sorry, but I don't. In truth, I do not. To Lambert, to Sajar, I do. Because they actually took part in the War Council. I would like to feel sorry for what I did, but I do not. I would never feel sorry for sparing lives that didn't need to be lost.
I suppose in a way that's why I'm not that angry, I guess. Because in a way I do agree with you, but like I said, baggage. So...
If it is ever any Ossageants within, I do not fault you for the decision. So, I think, like all of us, I would have preferred you bring it up before you agree to it, but I can see why you did it. He looks across all of you. I never got deep into my chaplain duties, but there was one thing my old mentor instilled in me. The concept of morale and a man's breaking point. No matter how high one's morale is, your body will give out regardless. And vice versa. The Stemken were doing alright, but I do believe that pressed against the worst of the worst that they have to offer, the Enlighteners that is, I don't know how many of them would be able to come back to their grandfather. Some of them, definitely more than others. Maxine, Reggie, Garville, certainly. I have faith. But given that, well, you all saw what we would have had to face, I do not know if all of them would come back. He looks back to you then. So, I understand the decision.
He just looks to him like, almost like there's genuine emotion there.
For once, actual emotion. Almost, only almost,
like
only
feel
almost.
something for once.
What? Heart hurt. What happening?
He just looks at him. They weren't looking to win anymore. They were just looking to do damage on their way out.
Kasai nods at that. So, anyone else have any lofty divine-based goals? Anyone? Please tell me no.
Percy's physically poking me. I'm just gonna assume Anushka's also doing that.
Oh, okay. I mean, we can't see your physical comedy
No.
unless
Not
you guys
funny.
wanted to start like streaming, but that would be a bit weird. So don't do that.
Yeah, no.
Just water bottle.
No.
It's not divine based. No.
Is it arcane based then?
It's not. No.
Marshall?
Maybe. No, it just.
I'm gonna
so
keep guessing it until we get
I'm working on it.
Work harder.
Just start.
Okay,
at
I
the beginning,
cannot
start at the
say
beginning.
anything.
Just no. Start at the beginning. Very like story, beginning, middle, end.
Oriana.
So, where were you born?
Stillfall. Well, actually, that's not entirely accurate. Actually, thinking about it, irrelevant. That part's not important. I have to gather information on people in.
Just spill your guts already. It'll make you feel a lot better. Like, actually, I'm not even, like, joking. I'm, like, 99% certain you'll feel better about, like, not having to lie to your friends if you just tell us right now.
It's better than spilling your literal guts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't know anything about spilling my guts like that, but, you know...
Whenever you say it like that, obviously you're not telling the truth.
The truth will set you free.
Oh, you would not like that truth.
Please continue, Oriana.
I just have to find intel on connections people have with. I'm going to spy on Anushka.
Yeah, we're just it's coughing up her drink. All right, that's really blunt.
Oh.
This is not meant to be a dry wine.
And that's supposed to be a dry floor. People are just interested in your past.
I'm sorry, but may I ask? Who? Fucking who? Suck your blood, I will shoot your head.
Amber gets up to go over to Anushka, like, hold me back! Hold me back! She's like ready to pull Anushka back. Like, it's okay, it's okay. She told us now, that's all that matters.
Remember the point you were saying a minute ago about how you couldn't say specifically which fell god, and it's more out of fear than anything.
Right.
Sort of in that thing.
You're
But it's not
scared of
fear,
You're
it's...
scared of the person who's going to tell you? No, that
I
makes
understand
sense.
I understand the consequences of this sort of information getting around or being known, especially to parties that are not supposed to know. Gesturing at Anushka.
Could I ask why? So you were spying me that one night then in Leiko's thing. That was you.
I thought I did an okay job.
No, I saw you going to your room.
I still think that was Leiko fucking with us.
No,
She popped the door open. That door was completely closed when I closed it.
Yeah, because you were opening it to go back in.
That's actually Kirsty talking now.
Just fucking us.
Okay.
It's
alright. So...
It's not a case of fear, it's more of a case of just law, order. I have rules that I abide by. I'm not supposed to mention these things. As well as...
I mean, you've already broken that now, so you might as well go out.
I know! You don't need to tell me.
I'm just bringing it up.
You know, something that's worth bringing up here, Anushka, is you now have power over Oriana. Wherever you go, she has to go.
I'm going to go back in that pool and drown myself.
Well, that'd be awfully rude, Altman.
Please don't.
Imagine that you're just sort of sitting there, like, just staring at the table, just, like, hand on the side of it, well, literally, just hand on the side of your face, just like, what is life?
Pain.
It helps,
It's pain.
If it helps, I'm pretty confident that if it's related to the fell god you want to kill, it might be able to be arranged in a situation.
God, you guys are so weird. I thought I was weird chasing after, like, a legend, but oh my god.
Yeah, I didn't really register the sense until after I said it. Can I have more of that moment?
I mean,
Okay, no, moving on. Anyone else? Okay, let's keep the train rolling. What else do people have? What are your
Mine's
goals?
rather simple, I
I think you
think.
should help Amber.
What do you got? If it's simple, for the love of the gods, please enlighten us.
I'm just trying to find out more about myself and my origins. You know, being a weird thing.
Okay.
That's it. I may or may not related to some fail gods, but that's new information to me.
Okay, well, you're not trying to kill them and stuff, right? Right?
No, I don't think.
I don't like the
so.
hesitation.
Hey, it's not
So-
part of the plan, but I'm not much of a planner.
She gives a
So
look at
what?
Kasai, like, I get it now. I get it.
Look, Ajani may or may not be my dad. I think maybe I don't know. I was found on
You
the
said
edge
it was
of the.
simple.
Look, I was found on the edge of the twins as a wee child. Yeah. They gave me a name, the villagers in the town that I was found in, and I just had weird things happen around me, as evidenced by my continued existence. And they sort of assumed that I was some sort of fey-ish child type thing. You know the old stories about selling your firstborn child to a witch and
I mean,
all that.
from what you just said, they're sort of right.
Yeah, I know.
Goes with that story.
Okay,
Like-
in fairness, you don't have to be the monster they paint you out to be, but they were technically sort of right on the first mark.
I don't blame them. I wish they could have been nicer about it instead of, all the things they did that I don't want to get into. But that still does leave the question of how did I end up there? Who am I? That type of thing. What is my real name? That type of thing. Do I have a
So-
real name?
But why go here? Why north?
I follow the winds. Wherever they take me.
I see. And that is
Yeah, round and round in
North?
circles, and then I ended up here. They've
Okay.
been with me ever since we got here. I mean, I've progressed more in the 3-4 weeks we've known each other than I have in the 16 years. Not 16. 13 years, 15, something like that. I didn't really count it. Over a decade of years of searching by myself, so, why ruin a good thing?
such are nods.
Yeah, so, easy enough stuff. Just, find out my origins that may or may not be tied to eldritch beings from different places. Very simple.
Simpler than them.
I am not looking to murder anyone, ever. I hope.
I mean, it's not the murder that I'm concerned about, it's the target. Okay. And returns her attention. I wonder. Who's next on the chopping block? Don't make me
Who's
fall and tell.
left?
It's you and me, Silas.
Oh shit.
I could sort
Well-
of figure Sajar's, in fairness, though. It's pretty obvious about it.
Is it?
I'm beginning to think that mine's the most
we
vague
say
one
normal?
here.
Okay.
Normal.
Okay.
Very much so. Before everything with Lyle, I was just heading up north from the Heartlands to see a friend, and honestly, I had no idea what I was going to do after that. So now I'm just rolling with the punches, I guess. If that makes sense.
Remind me a little bit of my little sister.
Just a leaf on the wind.
I just didn't want
Little
to.
sister? I didn't recognize the voice.
That was Amber.
That was Amber.
You think Kasai has siblings that are still alive? Actually, no, Kasai never had any siblings at all, now I think about it.
I just didn't notice whose voice it was.
Tribe. It's family, really. Of course, there are plenty of siblings.
True.
Right?
Yeah, as a sibling.
bad.
Lambert's an orphan.
Orphan squad.
Hey.
Yay!
Well, it's a better goal than... It's a more... As vague as it is, I think it's an easier to attain goal than some people's here.
I just didn't want to stay stuck in the Heartlands my entire life is all.
I feel you on that.
I mean, I'm literally from the Twins, so I get it.
You fed with the shit.
That's the point I was trying to make.
Oh. Continue.
And Sajar, I think you've told us time and time again what your goals are.
For the most part, yes.
Please don't
Always
tell me
good
you have
for
some
a
secret
refresher.
god-killing goal.
Ah.
No,
No,
don't go like that either. Don't have hesitation when I say that.
Is it fellow true? Is it a dragon? Is it a
matter
giant?
of perspective.
That's not good.
Well, you see, the thing is,
The thing is,
I have a very simple, honest reason for why I need to be here, and continue to be here. I think that is the same reason as you, Amber. Find a city.
Roll me an insight check.
But I don't seek riches or glory. I'm not interested in the legacy you seek. I told you before about the story of my ancestor, and in many ways, she and I share some circumstances of life. In a way, I guess I'm saying I'm looking for closure, or a definitive answer to a question.
Please roll me an insight check. Anyone else interested can do it as well, at disadvantage, except Anushka, who is straight.
Can I say it's straight because of the daemon?
The daemon is still with you, actually. That's a good point, yeah. Tullis is in the room, but hasn't gotten it back yet, so...
Holy shit.
Not that great
Holy
anyway.
shit!
I
even
rolled
with-
exactly the same. on
Yeah, your
both.
rolls are exactly the same, which is very coincidental. Okay, wow, that's something.
10-16.
Yeah, you're okay. So, okay, let me go through this. Brendan, Silas,
Oh, nice.
Oriana barely, and
Shocking.
Verdane clearly.
Mhm.
Jesus Christ, even with disadvantage.
What the fuck did he roll with disadvantage? Plus 12? Fucking 17 or something?
Yeah.
Just roll
Yeah,
better.
just roll good. Well, just roll good.
Honestly.
If, as
Can I use this in this circumstance?
certainly.
No.
That's
No.
okay. I'll mark down that spell point and see. It was insight, yeah?
Insight.
What?
Yeah, I was gonna say like
You're good.
yeah. As Sajar is talking about like, oh, you and I are similar or different depending on which one, which topic that we're talking about. You can see Amber. She doesn't show it on her face. She's actually pretty good at hiding it, but there's some parts of her that cringe at certain topics. And get elated at other topics. For Redane, who has a fucking 29. Different degree of success, a different order of magnitude at this point.
That second roll, though. Look at that,
Yeah.
20, right?
Yeah, the second one would have been a nat 20. Yes, I'm well aware. Amber is chasing a legend. That is, you guys have known that about her since day fucking 1. The reason why she's chasing the legend might not be the reason you guys are thinking. And I'll leave it at that.
Serious.
$20 is her parents.
They're the only one that knows this.
So, closure, yes. The answer to a question. Well, I guess supposed to even more questions now, but I left home following a song of the Sands, apparently, and I think I need to be here. And I'm not sure what the reason is. I chased after love coming here. I have no idea if I will find it or not, but then there it is. Simple, personal. Unresolved.
Well, at least that's a bit more down to earth than, well, except the hesitation you're talking about. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, about that. So, given my oath as a warden of the Great Shimandrax, there are certain vested interests that have pinged my curiosity. It's obvious to all of us right now that big things are happening here, more than meets the eye. And I cannot help but think that the Golden Standard and the Ashen Annihilator are somehow both very much connected to this. I would like to know what that connection is. Because if history is to repeat itself, what we just fought, child's play. And that is terrifying.
You could see that Amber gets like a grimace on her face, and when you say it's child's play, and Kasai furrows her brow, and Lambert like looks more directly at you, a bit more at attention. The vagrants are just in their own various states of what the fuck.
If what I saw in the vision from Sessib was true, I can confirm this.
So, my personal ambitions aside, this issue, it concerns all of us, because if, let's just put it bluntly, if the world's on fire, it doesn't matter who we love or which fellow god lives or dies. We're all cooked.
Hell of a group. Hell of a group.
That being said, I think there is one more thing that should be brought to the forefront.
And what is that?
He just looks over to the vagrants. All of you are released from your contract.
They all like look at each other. Zal even goes so far as, wait, we were under contract? I don't remember signing shit. America just like gently taps his wrist. We agreed to him when they saved Tullus. Is that a contract though? I thought that was like more of a like a deal or something. No.
Verbal agreement.
Yeah, verbal agreement or something. It don't matter now. Tullus looks to their compatriots and then looks back to you, Redan. I was under the impression that you guys are still doing stuff here in the north for a peaceful reason. Is that still true?
That's what we're figuring out.
Well, if that's what you all decide to follow on, I want to help. Simple as that. Marikel sort of leans down the table. I've had many aspirations in life, many of which now gone. She turns to look at Zal and Vaso, but my current one, I would hope, is that we would all stick together. So if Tolis is going with you, if you're continuing north, I would be happy to join you. Looks at Vaso, who just has this like, come on, are you shitting me sort of smirk on his face. I think you know where I'm at. Especially with all you guys have done for us. He looks at Zal. I'm just here to find bear shit. That's literally it. You guys see any cool bear spirits or something, just let me know, alright? That's mine. That's literally it. And I can find that anywhere in the world, technically, because bears are indigenous to many different parts of the world, except deserts.
Or the ocean.
I heard about sea bears. Don't you go knocking that.
Wait, the sea bears?
Yeah, that's right. There's a weird mysticism in defending yourself against them, too. Anyway, I ain't here nor there, alright? You guys find bear shit, just let me know.
Then Verdane just looks back to the table. Then all in favor of keeping them along?
Absolutely.
Of course.
Yes.
I would just add one stipulation.
Let us hear it.
It's no longer your job to die so we can accomplish our mission. And I will do everything I can to ensure you do not.
It wasn't that long ago, Redain, that dying was one of the things I thought was on my missions. So, he shrugs.
Well, now you'll have to do the harder task, which is learning how to live.
Yeah. So, now that the room is, well, Amber's eyes go to look at Lambert and Kasai. Aired. Unless they have any objections? Kasai just shakes her head. You have all known what I am about when you first met me. Although I will say, as of recent, some things have changed. Very recent. I do not know yet what my new thoughts are, but I know my direction has not changed. I am in a similar deal. The direction is the same, even if the approach and the results might be different now. So, let's have at it. Where are we off to next?
Well, if we are mercenaries, then we're going to need to accomplish some fun. We had some, but we spent them on fire-resistant potions. As such, we are low.
Yes,
We have
freaking
contracts.
asses.
Agreed. We have contracts, and cutthroats keep things that we need to accomplish, as well as if we do believe the Ashen Annihilator is to be a threat, there's Archimedelius to find.
So basically, we're just still going north.
Sounds
I
like
think
it.
that was what was decided there.
Any naysayers? Anyone want to go somewhere else? I mean, I'm pretty happy going to Cutthroat's Keep, but...
I have one location of interest, but that's completely the other way.
What is it?
Don't me, miss. No, there's hesitation, but it's also the hesitation fades quicker than it should, purely because it's just like, what else is she gonna fucking say at this point? I don't know. Oh fuck, what's the name of the city? Devros. Devros. I don't know if you know much about the cities in the Twins, as few as they are, but there's one called Devros. It has. There's something of interest there. I want to look into it. It's very personal. I never brought it up because it was personal and sidetracked from everything.
So we break out the map.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you. Here you go. I forgot. I read the tokens this morning.
I can't delete that either.
Wait, what do you mean you can't?
I have no access to it. I can't delete it.
Oh. Oh wait, yeah, wait, what the fuck? Wait, I don't have access to it either. Is it on the map layer? Is that why?
How is it there?
Maybe.
I think it's on the map layer, okay. Well, I'm leaving it there. Anyways.
I mean, it's the true OTP, man.
Yep.
Let me double check it's on.
So where the frick?
No, wait, it's not on the map layer. Oh, okay, no, it is on the token layer. Oh, because this one's my player version I'm recording. That's what's on. Dovros is...
one town here. Devros is like over there.
Here.
I'm on Talshire.
Oh, I wasn't fucking close. It was over there.
Yeah.
Down here?
That is pretty far.
That is a long way.
Yeah, remember?
Like a black. Wait, what? Black
I was
and
even
white?
further to the
Brendan points to it. It's like, oh, that's right near. I was found.
Dovros. There are 3 major cities in the Twins. 2 of them are basically sovereign cities that happen to be in the Twins. Dovros is a Twinsian city in the Twins. The only one. Complete with all of the adaptations of life, which is to say, you get used to the suffering.
Sounds about right.
People that get crippled, maimed, or people that are born handicapped, orphans, all go to Dovros if they are found by Seekers or Slayers or Wayward Guard or any other good Samaritans in the Twins, or outside of it, anyone, to a place called the Cradle, the Dovros' most pivotal feature. Place for all the bygones of society. It's a ray of light in the Twins, really.
So, Brendan, wait, you were found nearby there.
Hey, he'll point to roughly this area.
So
Like,
this
right
one-
where the forest is. On
Right,
the edge of the
okay.
Twins.
So were you placed in the cradle, or were you just left here on...
Oh no, I was just, under a tree. There was a raven above me, that's why my last name is what it is.
Oh, Jesus, that was
That-
loud.
I heard my ear, actually.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
These earbuds... No, it's fine. These earbuds are, like, directly in my head.
Suffer.
So it's just, like, stabbed in my ear.
Yeah,
So you want
they named me. Well, they named me what I named me because I was under a large raven next to a forest.
Mm-hmm.
So your name's Brendan Raven?
No, Brendan means little raven. Right. And Michaeli means son of the forest. Because they don't really know where I came from.
Neat.
Huh. Yeah, no, I don't have a last name.
Same.
Yeah.
So you want to go all the way down there into the Twins?
It's a
Like-
personal interest. And also, as you can see, way out of the way.
No, I don't mean to sound how to describe it?
Rude?
Self-absorbed. Is it about me?
Oh, no.
Okay, thank God.
No,
Right.
this is, like, entirely just a personal thing.
Okay, thank God. Alright, I don't care. Oh.
That very quickly turned around. It's like, oh, I don't give a shit then. It's like, oh, okay, cool.
How
We
pressing
should
is it?
also talk about the Nightmare Imperium in the room.
Right.
Are we in it right now? Everyone's looking
That
around.
looks around.
You would not be surprised.
I don't think I fell asleep. If I fell asleep in that pool, there's gonna be a big problem in about 2 minutes.
Give it to Redan because he talked to Lambert earlier. Roll me your insight. Straight, baby, straight. That's a 2! Oh my god, that's a 2! Wow. Wow. All is well in the world. All is well in the world.
Roger.
Roger, unless you have an I don't think you have an inspiration.
I do not.
No, okay.
I mean, do you want mine?
If you want to know.
So, actually, real quick, what was the insight about again? I think I was talking over you.
Lambert and the Nightmare Imperium.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%. You can have an inspiration.
I never
for
said
that,
Lambert's name. That's medic. Not fucking.
Who?
Oh!
There it is, baby!
Hey.
Oh
Stonks.
shit!
Stonks. That's good investment, baby.
Easy win, too. He needs to roll like a 5 and he gets it. He just gets a 20.
What's that like?
As you guys as Sajar brings up the Nightmare Imperium, Lambert just sort of shifts, not uncomfortably, but as if stretching, just like
Is there something you want to mention, Lambert?
He stops as you specifically call him out. I don't know yet. I think I have gained new insights into it, though. But I don't know what those insights are yet. So that's where that...
The shadow thing?
Yeah, that's where that came from. Okay, I thought maybe that was some divine power or something. Okay, it's from a place called Nightmare Imperium, then that's pretty fucking bad.
I think that the Nightmare Imperium is connected to Typerovea, and I believe that there are potentially 3 ways to find it or to get there. You have our dreams, or nightmares, I suppose. And then you have the nocturnal. I suppose that's my personal baggage. And then I think Amber, the third possibility or avenue, is the connection to the 5.
I don't know exactly how, but I believe you.
Then what do you believe our next step should be?
Who asking this to?
Everyone.
Fair enough.
Well, you're not wrong. We need coin. We need influence, power.
No, I think your idea about Cutthroat Keep, get money maybe. Like I said, we have a couple of what'd you say they were? Bounties? Something like that in there?
It's Cutthroat Keep. There's money to be made.
Right, right.
That being said, there are a couple other options.
Such as...
In full transparency, I'm going to speak with Chaplain Bellamy.
That's not terribly surprising at this point.
There might
At
be
least you
work
told us
there.
beforehand.
If there was something profitable and agreeable, would you be acquiescent to that proposition?
It could be something as long as we know beforehand. I just
They
don't want
don't.
to be blindsided by it again.
I understand. They don't like the Nervros. Some of us want to kill the fell gods. There might be an option there.
America holds a, leans forward and holds a hand down to, be obvious. If it is, she gets like a sort of, kind of bitter or sour sort of look to her, as if she's saying something vile. If it is of any informants, I have met the Keeper Regent of Cutthroat's Keep in my past. He's the one in charge of the city. I don't know if he remembers me, but it would be an avenue if that's what you're going for.
Oriana looks like she's gonna ask a question and then decides not to.
And I'm taking, based on your hesitancy, we're going to have to swallow our morals to accomplish what we want.
She opens her mouth to say something and looks at Tolis, and then just closes her eyes and just nods once.
Then it doesn't look like we have a lot of great options that will sit good on anyone's conscience. That being said, I'm going to contact my uncle, Owen, cousin, and see if he has any nobles he can pull sway with us. Get some additional funding.
I would like to accompany you in that. I have something to ask.
A voice emerges from next to Zal. That does sound like quite the planning you guys have done this evening. Zal's like, ah, fuck!
Brendan ducks beneath the table.
Chaplain Bellamy.
Redain just waves towards the seat. You're welcome to join.
I think the seat here is satisfactory. Thank you, Zal. So, is that your plans then? I'm afraid I'm not in much of a position to offer any sort of deals on the Black Force's behalf, I'll have you know.
Just so we're bluntly in the clear, you guys are not trying to resurrect the Ashen Annihilator or anything like that, yes?
The Black Force? No. No,
Or
no.
Skies.
The skies, I don't know.
Alright. That's good.
Chaplain Bellamy stands
Insight.
up. Roll insight.
This guy.
I
Insight.
was actually about to say, imagine if you get a nat 20.
Nat 1.
My
Never
Damn.
God.
Alright, well, I was gonna say something if you got a nat 20, but now here I am with Pikachu face again. Okay. Okay, today we're escalating things. Alright. Alright.
Again?
I bet! Squat! No, I was kidding. Chaplain Bellamy stands up, and Redain, you are keen on this interaction quite clearly, but there's something off. Just the way Chaplain Bellamy, as a cleric of a trickster, multi-faced god, is, the way they dance around it, there's a certain bluntness that's happening right now that you're wondering is some sort of lull into a false sense of security.
Right.
And
in a deception inception.
Exactly. Oh, exactly. And Chaplain Bellamy catches you, catching that. And then it dawns upon you. Chaplain Bellamy is a grandstanding cleric, don't get me wrong. This isn't Chaplain Bellamy. Not even Chapman Bellamy can get you this close to the stem. You know, can get this close to the stem can into a magical door, which is supposedly locked to creatures that wouldn't otherwise be invited in. You guys are right. Chapman Bellamy, quote-unquote Chapman Bellamy, would have had to have been invited in. This is not the real Chapman Bellamy, though. I'll give an inspiration to anyone who can figure out who it is, though.
Oh, fucking shit.
Multi-face session?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would even be way better.
Bingo, baby! Garth, taking your inspiration.
I'm glad I used mine earlier now.
Redane, you realize it. The person that gave that mask, that discarded that mask, you saw fit to wear and chance your life at. Because again, if you fail that save, you're out of there. But you succeeded, and, well, now you can meet the source. So you figured it out then? Ah, that is a shame. I was hoping we can continue the song and dance a bit longer, but oh well. Greetings to all of you, mortals.
Yeah, Redane would definitely do like a respectful bow.
No need to lie and bow to me, Redane. You're the one that wants to supplant divine order, after all. I don't fault you for it. I've worn your mask. I understand why.
Was it you who was giving us the visions?
No. No. That was not me, I'm afraid. And I'm afraid to say I cannot tell you exactly they who gave them to you.
Notes the use of the word they.
Very good. Very good. Welcome to interacting with any form of dancer of Seshub, much less Seshub themselves. The wording.
Because you don't know it, or because you're not supposed to?
I think that would be telling. Whichever answer I gave you on that, Miss Oriana. So...
For what it's worth, I hope this has been entertaining enough for you.
It has. If nothing else, then to watch some of my divine ken kick up a fuss. As slight as it is. Seshub looks like a sigh as they say that. Oh. I almost forgot. Seshub reaches into a pouch. Yeah, doubt. Yeah, doubt. This is from someone who would like to express their laments at the tasks you've had to face so far. You have their apologies, and they hope that going forward, they reach into their pouch and pull out a series of links, like chained links, but they're not connected. They're just like the individual link. They hope that this might be a do thanks. Sets down a number of these links. 7. I know they would say exactly otherwise, but I personally hope that you continue on your quest. Your noble quest. So, what Are you all, did you know that you are not communicating with the actual Bellamy when you speak with me? I must say, I'm rather impressed by young Bellamy. They've done a very good job dancing. Could be better. Could be better. But not bad.
Retain would just pick up the links. Forgive my ignorance, but what are these?
They are tokens of appreciation and apology. When the time comes, you'll know what they're all used for. I hope that you might not have to dance so close, though. But it is a dangerous life you all live, no?
It is, your worship.
Does a dismissive wave of the hand? No, no, no. Do not dispense that. Neither of us are here in that capacity tonight.
I see. Was this all? He just looks around. I suppose if any of you have questions for God, you might want to ask them.
There's no questions I would want to ask Seshub.
As well as I highly doubt any answers would be given.
Oh, you wound me so much, Oriana.
Retain just sort of like looks at Oriana very sternly. An answer would be given. It would be up to you to determine it.
Yes, would any answer I give be automatically a lie, or would I assume that already, having worn your mask and told you the truth for you to deceive yourself with?
You really want to be bad-mouthing a god?
I am your greatest fans and your worst enemies. Know that when you ask me anything.
I don't suppose you know what it is I truly want, since I can't seem to figure it out myself.
Well, let us see. They pull out from nowhere a fine, polished porcelain mask and put it over their faceplate where their helmet is, and they morph and become you. Well,
Oh, that's unsettling.
I could certainly see why you are feeling the way you're feeling. That which our hearts desire. Walks over around the table to where you are. Puts two hands on your shoulder. You are a mess.
Yes.
Do you really want to know which one is the right one?
No.
Good. Walks back over. Sits down next to Zol, who's just like really not having a good time right now.
I'm like straight up not having a good time.
Yeah, I'm straight up having a good time.
2 weeks ago, he was getting drunk at a tavern, just kind of casually looking for bear shit.
I mean, he still is looking for bear shit, in fairness.
Yeah, but like, the escalation still, just in the background. It's like, I'm still looking for bear shit, but also there's a god here. Just casually.
There's a knock on the door behind Kasai. Well, go on. Let them in.
Oh, they're gonna keep doing that.
It's whichever mask they're wearing.
I mean, if no one goes else to open the door, I'll open it.
Kasai goes to open it, don't worry. And you see the other guest. The one that you guys said looked like Dark Souls, which, you know, is fair. Move back to the title card. Ah, there he is. I trust everything is taken care of. Yes. Yes, they are. Are you ready to go? Oh, but I was having such good fun. There's not the likes for us to have fun while we're here. Very well. But at least introduce yourself. I think that is the fair thing to do.
And I guess the rest of you.
Not Scalekeeper Therestia.
Dang.
Close enough. I'll wait outside. Maybe speak with young Magnus. If you wish. He takes a step aside, and Sesheb leaves the room. Closes the door behind them.
Once they're gone, do I really sound like that?
Absolutely.
It was
Pretty
uncanny.
Sorry, I'm
Spot
sorry,
on,
Shajar. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a rare instance you would see another, like, see how you really are, right? Like, that's sort of a blessing.
But I would argue you're far more dignified.
I don't.
It's literally God that's imitating him. How is he not more dignified?
I'm at a loss. I can't even. I sit back down.
You have my apologies for Mortiface Sesheb's shenanigans.
It's Verilius.
It's not Aurelius.
Dang it!
You have the tokens of Aurelius right there in your hands, though. The guy walks forward, closer to the table, and looks at Kasai. So this is them. She nods. He scans across all of you, and then eventually ends at you, Redain. Go. I know your father.
He just nods.
Although I suppose many people know your father.
He just does like a bow. Then would I be correct in assuming you're the Exalted Lord?
You have a good head on your shoulders. This evening, no. I'm not exalted. He looks at you, Silas. You might all merely refer to me as Lord Octavian. And that will be enough. I will tell you what I was speaking with Grandfather Redwood about. You have my apologies for having to face one of my lost servants. Some older part of me, I suppose.
Oh, is that why he was laughing earlier? I heard him.
Okay, so it wasn't just me.
I voiced my apologies. Even if I am not directly liable, they did spurn from my agendas in the past and in present. So, even if not direct, I was liable. So I give my apologies, just as I give you all my apologies.
They are appreciated. But in honesty, you are God. You owe us no apology.
No, I don't. But you have them nonetheless. For what a sageance that is worth to all of you. I'm sure you're all wondering why two true gods have graced these halls this evening. In truth, they're not the first time we've been here. Young Master Owen has dealt with us time and time again in the past.
It's something involving us.
He looked down at the links on the table. Yes. I assume Multi-Face Seshep has already said it, but allow me to reiterate it. In perhaps a less veiled manner. He who is my divine ken, the bearer of burdens Virilius, offers his laments and apologies to all of you that he cannot do more to suffer on your behalf, to shoulder your burdens. Even when you all embarked on this quest of peace initially. You have his sorrows and his apologies.
How could a heart that has never known turmoil appreciate the true value of peace?
That is not my place to say. Even as divinity. But know this. Above, near all of us, Virilius loves and cherishes everyone. There aren't that many that go above him in that regard. That is one of the reasons we are here today. To deliver his message. Of course, I was here to deliver my apologies. Seshub, on the other hand, one should never assume.
That would be wise indeed.
What was it? It would be the dying breath of a fool that believes Seshub. He says like Ayurdain.
Indeed it would.
Got that one straight from the VODs, baby!
That's a good callback.
Yeah, baby! And he puts a hand on Kasai's shoulder. I am also here for her. A different form of apology.
Yeah, Redain gets it.
But I will not spend more time here. Kasai. You may voice them if you wish. If not, then that is upon you. But while I am here, I am mere lord now, exalted when I will step through those doors. When I step through those doors, what light blessing might a god give unto you to continue your quest? Note that I say light. Things are, as they've been for the several decades now, tense. Now is no exception. Especially this far north. There are many, many beings out here that would think ill of all of you for carrying any form of blessing from me. But perhaps I might get you somewhere. If I heard the talks earlier correctly. He wasn't even in the room, but he heard all of you. Let's go, baby. Divinity.
It's a god.
Oh, he's not just talking to Kasai, though.
He's talking to all of you.
Oh.
The thing he imparted with Kasai is up to her to tell if she so chooses later.
Okay,
but,
transitioned.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it's up to you guys if you guys want to ask anything from Exalted Octavian. He is the god of commerce, if you guys need money. He's also the god of the harvest and the god of roads. Not many roads up here in the north. Harvest technically exists, much less so. This is not his neck of the woods.
I don't... probably, maybe. Would knights fall into, like, his domain? Okay.
He is
I
the
figured.
progenitor of knightly figures.
That's what I figured, but I like double checking. That's good.
Hmm?
I mean, well, I know what I want.
I know what I want, but what do we want?
So, do y'all have any ideas?
I mean, Brennan has an idea for himself, though. I don't know if it's a one per person or a one for
It's
the
a
group.
group thing.
Group.
Because
Yeah, that's the
well,
problem.
never mind then.
he's the god of nobility, so if you're gonna ask something from him, it better be something noble.
It's
noble.
funny you mentioned that.
You,
Have you met us?
If you want your nobility, you have to follow the rules. That being said, if you do bring it up with him, he will have some. It's like just like reading a walkthrough for like a video game. If you bring up this topic with them, you'll get a fun exclusive voice line.
I mean, that's 100% what I was gonna ask for. But if it's a group thing,
Yeah, I think we all just want like personal things, but none of us have an idea for a group thing.
I have a great idea.
He detects your want for nobility and looks to you, Renee, before you get too far onto the actual thing. I know what you want, young man. You cannot supplant my authority. It is one vested in this land, bled for by my blood. You are not the last, I'm sure. And you're definitely not the first to want for more. I'm sorry to tell you that, but my authority is absolute on it. That being said, there are other things you would want here in the north. Because if you truly only wanted freedom from provincial rule, you need only go a continent away.
I don't want freedom provincial rule, but I want everyone to have the choice to wear the crown.
He shakes his head. If everyone were given the choice to wear the crown, all would want to wear it. No. No. To test the bouts of kingliness, of majesty. Wherein after shall we choose? Feats of strength. Then you would be going after my brother, Krognak. Of alliance. You would have to chase after the multi-faced one that left this room a short while ago. Justice. Camaraderie. Intelligence. No. There are many facets to demonstrate one's worthiness to wearing the crown. But there's only one family here in the provinces that have been ordained so. And in their ordainment, we watch them, all of us, carefully. Cultivate them. Raise them in subtle or direct manners to be worthy of the crown. Do you understand now? It is not the one facet that makes one worthy. It is all of them. And more importantly, no king has ever asked for the crown. Even though some have wished to forsake it at times.
I do understand your words, Lord Octavian. But you already know what I'm going to say.
I do. I know it went shaky from your goals. But no, there is more to this these northern cultures than you might anticipate. And on that, I cannot say more.
Then I swear unto you and all the true gods that till my dying breath I will pursue this goal.
We might be the ones to deliver that dying breath to you in due time, then. But that is not a matter for here and now. Here and now, I still offer you a lighter blessing.
So who likes the idea of a like a keep of a castle?
Yes.
Yes.
So Operation Sure.
Keep,
Probably
please,
sort
yeah.
of cutthroats. Keep.
Can I
You
have
guys
what?
do not want to live in Cutthroat's Keep.
No.
No, we want to
no,
own
no.
Cutthroat's Keep.
You guys,
No.
here's the fun thing about Cutthroat's Keep. It's not provincial. It's specifically not provincial.
Yep.
Or else it also violated Morn's armistice if it were provincial.
Yeah.
It's as if, I don't know, they have forsaken provincial values and made a new city in the north. That's crazy.
Then you'd have to be a
Who
slave
would do
master.
that?
I mean, considering everything that's rampant there, you can't be surprised.
Literally people half robots, half people. Yeah, no,
That
that's
rampant
crazy.
in the street.
Does anyone have ideas?
If you guys want to ask for a keep, that would be interesting. I just don't know how.
I mean,
that would
honestly,
execute.
yeah. Like, big ass keeps, yeah. A house would be nice.
I like
So
it.
Are we gonna
a house would
put
be
it?
nice.
If we want to gain influence and we want to accomplish these things, that's a great first step.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
You're
a
gonna
basic
put it.
operations.
That's up
Exactly.
Where are we gonna put it?
to you.
Look at we're in the hollow fields.
Where are
There's
we
room for
going to?
days.
Where are we going to put it?
We're gonna put our house, man.
This is gonna turn into a city builder game very quickly.
Yeah, here, let's go here. Just might need it. Tell you guys
Excuse
what.
me.
Because I know it's getting late. You guys can sit on it for a bit. We're gonna hang around after session probably. To those that want to discuss it. But I think right now is a good cutting point.
Yeah.
I think we can agree on that.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. You guys can sit on it, see if any noble group intents come to light. Good old Octavian, keeping parties keeping parties cohesive.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I mean,
1999. Whatever unit would be.
he has 3 saints who are referred to as one saintly group called the Saints Triumvirate. So that tells you all you need to know about him.
The way he was making it sound is like the Grand Master was a fallen saint.
Yeah.
I mean, I can go into some more. Let me just reset up my setup here so I can sit my ass down.
Damn it.
I can go into some more clear details on what Octavian and only Octavian. Seshub, you ain't getting shit.
Right?
Seshub be Seshub. Allow me to end the recording though.